Rich boy collapsed at school. The janitor's sick daughter knew what to do. Liam had the latest phone, the coolest shoes in school, and a seat in front. Not because he earned it, but because his dad paid for it. He was confident, loud, popular, but careless with people, and completely unaware of Sophie. Sophie didn't wear name brands. She wore her dad's shirts, tied up with safety pins. She didn't talk much, mostly stayed in corners. Her dad mopped the halls, fixed leaky sinks, and packed her sandwiches in reused brown paper bags. She never complained, because unlike Liam, Sophie lived with pain, daily medication, hospital bills, and a weak immune system. That Tuesday during recess, Liam opened a granola bar, took one bite, then dropped to his knees. At first, kids laughed, thought it was a joke. But then his lips swelled, his breath slowed, his eyes rolled back, panic broke loose. Teachers shouted for help. One called the nurse. Another just screamed. No one moved, except Sophie. She ran toward him, pushed kids aside, pulled out her small pouch, and stabbed the EpiPen straight into his leg, exactly where she'd learned. During her own treatments, Liam gasped, shook, then finally breathed again. Everyone froze. Mrs. Reyna finally arrived. Who did that? What's happening? Sophie stood up quietly. He's allergic. He didn't know. The nurse came running, checked Liam's pulse fast. He's stable now. He's okay? Everyone sighed in relief. But Mrs. Reyna wasn't relieved. She looked at Sophie, then at the EpiPen. Where did you get that? My dad gave it. I keep it for emergencies. I have the same condition. You brought medicine to school? Her voice was sharp. You can't do that. Sophie's face turned pale. I didn't want trouble. I just didn't want him to die like me. Like me. 2 words that shook the air. The crowd went silent. Liam was awake now, sitting, weak, confused, eyes red, lips cracked. He looked at Sophie. Then his eyes watered. You saved me. His voice was small. Sophie nodded slightly. It's okay. You're safe. By the afternoon, rumors spread like wildfire. Janitor's daughter saved Liam. She used an EpiPen. Principal yelled at her. Mr. Blake was called, pulled off mopping duty. He stood quietly outside the principal's glass office. I told her to carry it. He explained, respectfully, tired. She's had seizures before. Reyna sighed coldly. This isn't a hospital. This is a school. That evening, Liam's father came. Black car, expensive coat, eyes full of fire. He burst into the office. Who saved my son? Reyna started talking fast. We handled it, don't worry. But Liam walked in, pointed straight at Sophie. She saved me. Nobody else. Liam's father knelt down, held Sophie's little hand. You knew what to do, when adults didn't. Tears filled his eyes. Thank you. You saved. The only thing I love. The next day, everything changed. Sophie didn't expect anything. She saved him. That's all. She didn't want cameras, or free lunches, or pity. But the next morning, things felt different, warmer. The security guard smiled. A teacher handed her a fresh breakfast sandwich. Even the principal nodded. A small, awkward nod, but a nod nonetheless. Mr. Blake walked beside her, for once not ashamed. Not invisible, just proud. Then came the announcement. Liam Whitaker has a message for the entire school. Gasps filled the assembly hall. Liam stood on stage, bandaged arm, nervous smile. I was dying scared alone. And no one helped me, except Sophie Carter. He pointed to her. Crowd turned to look. Sophie froze, face flushed red. She doesn't wear Jordans. She doesn't ride limos. But she saved me when I needed someone most. Then he paused. My birthday is Saturday. And Sophie, you're invited first. The crowd erupted. Some clapped. Some smiled. Some kids even cheered. Sophie blinked in disbelief. No one had ever invited her to anything. At lunch, kids sat closer. One girl asked gently, "Do you like drawing?" Another offered her a cookie. Even teachers watched quietly, as if seeing her for the very first time. After school, Liam's dad waited. A warm smile. Open door. I hope you'll come Saturday. Sophie, there's something else too. Mr. Blake stepped forward, holding Sophie's backpack, listening. I spoke to your doctor. Your medication is expensive, but saving my son's life. That deserves something more. He handed Mr. Blake a folded envelope, thick, heavy. From now on, he said, she's not just a student, she's a hero. Sophie sat alone again. Same bench, same worn shoes, but her heart felt lighter. Someone had seen her, heard her name, chosen her, but whispers still floated. She's the janitor's girl. Her clothes smell weird. Why did he invite her? She tried not to listen, but words leave marks, even when whispered quietly. Mr. Blake noticed her silence. He knew that look. He wore it too. After every late shift, every turned-away handshake, he sat beside her, pulled out a storybook, old torn pages falling apart. This, he said softly, was your mom's favorite. She believed in heroes. Not the cape-wearing kind, but the quiet ones. She'd be proud, Sophie. Sophie nodded, swallowed hard. She missed her mom, missed her voice, her strength. But somehow, it felt like she was right there beside her. That night, Sophie didn't sleep. She stared at the ceiling, overthinking her clothes, shoes, how she'd act Saturday, if she even went. But in her heart, she had already decided she wouldn't run anymore. The school day passed quietly until Principal Rayna called them, her tone oddly polite now. Mr. Whitaker is funding a new medical scholarship fund, and Sophie will be the first recipient. Sophie blinked in shock. I didn't apply for anything. You didn't need to? The principal almost smiled. And one more thing. You've been moved to Class A with the rest of our scholarship kids. It wasn't a punishment. It was a beginning. Liam sat beside her. No guards, no pride, just a shy grin. Hey, he said quietly. Sorry I was a jerk. Before everything. Sophie looked up. You weren't looking down. Just not looking at all. He laughed awkwardly. Yeah, I guess that's true. You coming Saturday, right? She hesitated, still thinking about it. I'll save you cake. He grinned. She smiled. Saturday morning was cloudy. Rain teased the windows lightly. Sophie stared at her closet. Only 2 dresses inside. One too short, one too faded. She chose the faded one. It had character, and memories stitched in. Mr. Blake brushed her hair with calloused, careful hands. You look strong, sweetheart. Like your mother used to? When they reached the mansion, Sophie's breath caught instantly. Gold gates, marble pillars, a fountain bigger than classrooms. Liam stood waiting, in jeans, no suit, holding 2 paper cones, cotton candy. For you, he said. And for me, balance. She laughed. Took it. Inside, no one stared. Kids smiled, waved, called her. Hey, Sophie, sit here. You like music, right? The birthday cake rolled in. 5 layers. Chocolate waterfall. Topped with icing words. To the girl who cared. Sophie froze. Heart pounding. It was written for her. She didn't cry, but her dad did. In the corner, quietly. After the party ended, Sophie stepped out quietly. The garden lights flickered softly. Liam followed her out. You okay? He asked. She nodded slowly, but her hands shook. He noticed. You cold? He asked. I can get my hoodie. She shook her head. It's not the cold. There was silence, just wind and moonlight. Then she finally spoke. You know that EpiPen? I carry it for myself. Liam nodded. You said you had it? She looked away. I've had 7 seizures in the last 8 months. Liam's smile faded. You okay now? No, she whispered honestly. But I'm used to it. And the waiting lists. And the bills. And the quiet rooms. Liam didn't say much. He just sat beside her. And for once, he didn't try fixing it. He just listened. After a pause, Sophie asked softly, Why did you invite me? He looked at her. Because no one else moved. Because you moved. And now, I can't unsee you. She smiled again. Not out of pride, but relief. Someone saw her. Not the sickness, not the silence, just Sophie.